All right, I want to talk about where we live. Now, I've lived all over the country in my 40-plus year radio career, 5 different states, but I've only lived in one state capital, Columbus. And the folks at Wallet Hub just ranked all of our state capitals. 10 worst and 10 best is what they accentuated, but I'll have you know Columbus ranks a heck of a lot better than you might think and near the top 10. We're number 15, and I frankly think it should be higher based upon a lot of factors. At number 15, Columbus is the 11th best city for overall quality of life. I think that's pretty accurate. 20th in the affordability rankings, 26th in the quality of education and health. And I can tell you, Columbus is probably shorted there, way higher. Out here in Vegas, both education and the health community, bad. And 27th is the lowest they rank. That's in the economic well-being. But here is your state capital ranking according to Wallet Hub. Here's the 10 worst. Jackson, Mississippi is dead last, followed by Augusta, Trenton, Baton Rouge, Little Rock, Dover, Montgomery, Hartford, Frankfort, and Carson City, Nevada, also in the top 10. How many of those have you been to? Now, the 10 best state capitals are Austin, Raleigh, Atlanta, Madison, Boise, St. Paul, Lincoln, Bismarck, Denver, and Salt Lake City. Sometimes you just need to take stock of where you are and where you live, because obviously it could be a whole lot worse, that's for sure.
Woody's Boneheads of the Day.
A farmer in China decided he'd found a clever way to get his pigs to the slaughterhouse. So instead of loading them into a truck like any normal thinking farmer would do, he said that was too slow, too exhausting. Get a load of this. He strapped a pig to a giant remote-controlled drone and tried to fly the pig strapped to the drone to the slaughterhouse. Now, as you might expect, his plan was a spectacular failure. On its very first flight, the drone drifted straight into a set of high-voltage power lines. The poor pig ended up dangling in the midair for hours, and the farmer's entire village lost electricity. The farmer tried to free the drone himself, but eventually had to call the power company. It took a dozen workers more than 10 hours to extricate the pig, fix the outage, and it was very costly, and the farmer tried to buy his way out of trouble. He said, look, I couldn't see clearly because of the foggy weather. That didn't save him. Investigators later found he'd actually flown the drone into a no-fly zone, and with the weight of the pig was terribly overweighted anyway, but suffice it to say, he's not going to win Neighbor of the Month. This one from Southend-on-the-Sea, England. An Amazon delivery driver in the UK followed his GPS directions explicitly right into high water. That ever happened to you? The van had driven onto a 6-mile path of mudflats, not intended for vehicles. Coast Guard officials at Southend-on-the-Sea said the driver was able to escape the van, but his van was submerged. They did manage to get it out safely, but I'm sure the packages were quite soggy. I want to thank Cody Peterman of Johnstown for sending this story to as a Facebook message. You can do that or email me, Woody, at 1039themaverick.com. I'm sure you see stories that think, oh gosh, that'd be perfect for Boneheads of the Day. Send them. If you've ever tried to get a legitimate insurance claim paid out, you know how much of a pain in the butt it can be and how they're likely to deny you at least once. Well, the reason is that there's a lot of scam artists out there, as you know. And a private investigator in Canada recently showed just how far that goes in a viral TikTok video now with over 162,000 views.
Hey guys, I'm a private investigator working an insurance file at Seymour Mountain. And the guy claiming an injury, and he's here snowboarding.
And then he cuts to actual TikTok video of this guy on a snowboard.
And there he goes, completely lying about his injury. His employer will love that.